My philosophy in long snapping is the same that I had when I coached football, when I coached the offensive line, that nobody's going to outwork us. We're going to work and work and work to get better at it every day.
I met Coach Bernard through a fellow coach of mine, and he's been coaching Tommy since 8th grade, and he is now going into his junior year in a Division I Pac-10 football program as a full-ride scholarship.
My name is Phil Adams. I am a high school coach at Greenway High School. I've been coaching in the state of Arizona for 23 years. Ben has been coaching my son Nate for the last 3 years, and I would say that Ben is probably one of the best position coaches that I've ever seen in my experience coaching, and just very, very impressed with the ability that Ben has to connect with kids and be able to get through to kids from ages 12, 13, all the way up to grown men who are playing in the NFL. It's pretty impressive.
I'd say, with Ben, really the work ethic that your child's going to develop is going to be a benefit to them in all aspects of life, not just in football.
Since Matt met Coach Bernard summer of 8th grade, there was an instant bonding. From then on, at summer of 8th grade, kids don't know what they want to do. But from the moment that he met Ben, he was focused on going to college, getting his degree and playing football. He asked him to this day, he's going to the next level, to the NFL, no question. Ben is a gem. He's somebody that I'm very fortunate that I've crossed paths with in my life, not only for Matt, but just for our family values that he's taught us.
The most important thing as a parent is that you want somebody that you can trust your child with, and Ben is definitely that person. You can definitely count on him in terms of the investment that you and your child are going to make in this program.
Coach Bernard is a very demanding coach. The kids respect that. They work harder, they train harder, and above all, he holds their public standards, their social standards to that on the field as well as in the community.
Ben Bernard has affected my son as a football player, number one, by teaching him the skills of long snapping and allowing him to go on from high school football to get a Division I scholarship and subsequently actually get a job in the NFL.
Being in the NFL is just a dream come true. It's something that I never knew I could accomplish until I met Coach Bernard. He pushed me harder than anybody ever has. He did it in a way that made me want to work hard.
This long snapping is a great vehicle, and it's a hidden art.
I think is important about his teaching style, his coaching style, is that he can take an average-sized athlete and turn him into a college football player specialized in the area of long snapping.
Long snapping is also a vehicle for those players that aren't the typical 6'6", 300-pound offensive lineman, or the 200-pound running back that can run a 4.5. I mean, you can get some players that 180-pound, 5'10", 6 foot tall player that's had a good high school career as a high school player and is a very good long snapper, has the chance to play at a D1 school and get that paid for. It doesn't have to be that huge player, it doesn't have to be that unbelievably fast player. It's also that player that works hard and really wants to go on.
I've been coaching, first of all, 30 years in high school football here in this state. I'm presently coaching on the varsity at Chaparral High School. It's been amazing. First of all, when Chase started his freshman year and played a little bit of line, he was 5'6", 150 pounds. Then right after his freshman year, he started with Ben Bernard. And ever since then, he is improved. And he now has a full-ride scholarship to the University of Arizona as a long snapper, and it's because of Ben.
Ben is not only a coach for his football, but is behind him for schoolwork, driving the boys all to be the best they can be in school, making sure that they're held accountable for their actions.
My wife and I watching our son run out onto a Division I football field wearing the home colors is a thrill that can only be experienced there. It can't be described by words.
To watch him play on Sunday, to watch him play on Saturdays in college is unbelievable. You see, these D1 schools and you see him, pan the sidelines, and you see your player out there. You see him make a snap, and a great snap, and it's huge. A lot of pride, and you see him, lucky enough to have some players play on Sundays, and that's amazing to see those guys out there and with the rest of the team, and the people that a lot of these guys idolize and they look up to, and it's kind of neat to see them out there kind of mixing with the pros, and it's neat to see.
Ben's ability to work with kids on a daily basis and bring them from basically some of the kids that start have no idea how to snap a football. And Ben is able to take those kids, we've seen it over and over again, his record is unbelievable. Kids who are all-state in football in high school, go on to get college scholarships, and the best of the best even in the pro ranks.
I don't think anybody that invests in Ben Bernard's program is ever going to be disappointed.
When it comes to expense of having somebody train your child, there are many, many programs out there. I will tell you this, by far, from a long snapping perspective, Ben is not only the most successful at the results of coaching your child, but he is the most economic out there. And again, if you look at the results of what you invest in your child's future to be a long snapper versus the gain of him becoming a full-ride scholarship long snapper for a university and potentially an NFL long snapper, it's pennies to dollars, the cost to benefit ratio. Ben is worth every cent I've invested in my son.
As a parent, I kind of look at the aspect of the cost for the long snapping school as an investment in Nate's future, because if Nate is able to go on and get a scholarship, as many of Ben's students have, that would be a huge, probably tenfold or more return on the money. So that's the way I look at it. And we look at Ben's results and they speak for themselves. I mean, he's had probably over 24 athletes that have gone on to get college scholarships that he's worked with.
As a coach and a dad, Ben is just the finest. If it wasn't for Ben, Chase would not be where he's at, I promise you that. There is no finer coach than Ben Bernard. His work, ability, or ethic, I should say, with these kids and strong desire to make them the best is just incredible. It really is.